Hello crafty friends, it's Komenda here and I have another process video for you. This time I will be scrapbooking on-ride photos again from the amusement park, but I will be using more of those and I will be using a new Mintay Papers Playtime collection. It's a new January 2024 release, so everything I am using should be available in your crafty stores. It's nothing old, you will be able to buy it. I know it sometimes is frustrating because I am using something older, you like it and you cannot buy it, but this time it's a brand new collection. And I'm starting with 12 by 12 white cardstock. This is also from Mintay Papers basic line. They are very thick papers. I really like working with them, but they are not good for wet mixed media. But for in blending like this, they are just perfect. And I am using a stencil from Creativa line from Mintay Papers. This one is called Stars, and I really like those different sizes of stars. This is my most used stencil from this Creativa line. I like repetitive patterns like this. And I used Distress Oxide ink called Salvaged Patina to apply those stars. I also cut out this fun ride title. This one, it was cut out with my Silhouette Cameo. I was using free cut file from Paper Issues store, and I will link it to the description too. So if you would like to use the same cut file, you are free to do so because it's free. I used yellow paper with stars, and this one is taken from 6 by 8 paper pad. It's not from 12 by 12 papers. 6 by 8 add-on paper pad has different patterns than the big papers, so I just took this one. I wanted something quite solid in color that will contrast with my background, and I added a layer of foam tape under each word, and I will just glue it down and it will pop from the background better. So it's a fun ride because we had a really fun ride. I always buy those on-ride pictures and we have so much fun revisiting them after years, and sometimes when we go to the same amusement park a few years later, we have picture from the same ride and we can compare how much we changed, if our faces are still the same when we are riding this. So this is a really fun family adventure and family memories, and I really like to scrapbook this moment. And I was inspired to use the Playtime collection because it has a lot of like carousels, um, um, a Ferris wheel, those electric little cars. So there are plenty of elements that can be associated with amusement park, Carnival, and that's why I decided to use this line. Plus, it's very colorful, has extra patterns, and I really, really like cute things. But this time I didn't use the cute creatures that are in this collection. I will use them for pictures of my younger daughter when she was still small and cute, and I already printed some of those. But this time I'm only focusing on Carnival part of the collection. I have 4 pictures. Each of them is backed with a piece of pattern paper from 6 by 8 add-on pack. And I am also adding a layer of cardboard for more dimension under each picture. Mm, you can use foam tape, you can use foam strips, you can use foam dots, whatever you like to use. I just like using it because first it's like a one big piece. It's very cheap comparing to the foam tape, so I just prefer using this. And as you can see, I'm just kind of lifting letters a little bit before adding my pictures, because first I glue down the title. Probably I should have start with pictures, but you know, it's not glued forever. You can unglue it gently and you can try work around your limitations. This is what I prefer to do. Figure out what to do later than plan better at first. If you are the same, let me know in the comments, because I never know if I have like a unique technique. If you like to plan everything first, like put it dry without any glue perfectly and then come back with glue and just glue it down to or sorry, it's a Polish word, or as me, you just like to work with stages, like you glue down the pictures, then you think how to fit everything else into design. Just let me know what is your scrapbooking process. I'm very curious about it. And now it's part when the pictures are glued down and I'm arranging elements from die cuts. And I went through the die cuts and I chose the carousel with those like horses. I chose the Ferris wheel, and I also fussy cutted some of the elements from paper add-on pack. There are 2 pages in this pack with elements for fussy cutting. They are extra. They are not the same as you have in your die cuts pack. That's why I really like them, and I wanted to use this carousel. It's a different one, but I didn't have enough room over the picture, so I ripped off the picture. And my tip for you, if you ever glue down pictures, don't glue down with the very solid layer of glue. Just apply like a, I would say, a snake of glue around, like I'm adding here. Otherwise, you will be able to rip it off and stick it in a different position, at least try doing so. And I was having troubles with glue here, my glue clogged. Uh, and when ripping off element like this, do not rip it off just pulling it, rotate it to the side, and it will make the ungluing much easier. You will not tear off the first layer of the background paper, just rotate it a little bit with the flat picture, rotated to the left, rotated to the right. And from my experience, and I have a lot of experience with unsticking things that I already glued down, it will be the best solution. And this is another stage where I am going through the ephemera pieces. I picked the ones that may work with my project, and you can see them next to my layout. The rest that I was sure I will not use are in the plastic container. So I'm just adding those here and there, and I also have some elements fussy cutted from the paper pad, and it's all before I will start gluing everything down. So I'm just going with what I have or what I want to use, trying it to fit here on or there, and after I will be happy how it looks, I will be able to start gluing everything down. And at this point I added more elements, but when I started gluing everything down, I just removed some of them because it felt too much in some areas, and I felt that the title Fun Ride wasn't visible anymore, like it was overwhelmed. So I just glued down some of the elements. Those that you can see right now, they are all glued down. Some of them are glued down flat, some of them are glued down with foam tape. And I also remembered that I have another pack of embellishments. This is the Papers element pack. They are much bigger. You can find tags there, tabs, you can find envelopes that you have to kind of put together by yourself. And I wanted to add something red in the bottom and in the top because I felt it was lacking of the contrasting color. So I just took one of the tickets, cut out a small part because otherwise it wouldn't fit under the picture. And I'm just, again, trying to fit it. Again, my mediocre planning was like a main reason why I needed to figure out how to do it. But as you can see, you can only use a piece, and you are still like making an impression that the whole tab is there. Plus you can divide one tab into 2 halves and use 2 of them, so it gives you more elements to use this way. And I also pull out those chipboard stickers from childhood collection. This is the older Mintay Papers collection, like quite old, I would say. I think it's being retired right now, but it's optional, you don't have to use it. I just still needed something red, and I just like to add small words here and there, so I used 3 of those stickers on my project. And sorry sorry for that. And the next step is kind of filling the blank spots with smaller elements, and I have those bubbles. They are from the ephemera pack, die cuts pack. They come in red and blue colors, but I also had those tiny little stars, and those stars were fasciculated from a paper pad from one of the pages, and I'm just filling the blanks, and I'm not only filling the space, but I'm filling the colors, I would say. So whenever I was lacking the contrast, I was adding a red bubble, and when I just wanted to add something to fill the space, I was adding the blue bubble or yellow star. And after everything was finished, I still felt that some areas needed something red. I don't know why this red kind of stuck into my head, but I thought it will need it. So I went and found those tiny puffy stickers with hearts in red color, and I added them here and there. And the last step of the page was adding splatters with red color, because again I felt it has too little contrast. So this last step was something to make it pop even more with the red color. I didn't cover my pictures because they are printed with Canon printer and you can wipe the ink off, but if you print on a regular printer, secure your pictures before splattering on top of the layout. And here is the finished project. You can see on the photos how it all turned out. The colors are more accurate than in the video. I really had so much fun working with those pictures, with this collection. Whenever I do a layout, I relive the memories, and those are really fun ones to relive. Please subscribe to my channel to never miss any new videos. Leave me like, leave me a comment. It kind of motivates me more to create a content for you. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me, and see you soon on some other video. Bye!